Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. No worries. Okay, cool. hmm And I'm Jessica. Mm. Oh, you're not using the same program as before? Sure. hmm hmm Uh-oh. Yeah. Mm, 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 yeah. Mm, right. Yeah. Famous last words. Everything was working, and then I did an update. hmm hmm Oh, that's gross. Why would you do that? I mean, at least that's like a non-proprietary standard, sort of. QuickTime is one of those things it does seem to like run. It's another one of those programs that will run just about any video. And if everything else fails, I remember I had a customer when I was working at Trek PC, and they couldn't get their stuff to run after we their videos to work after we reinstalled their operating system. And of course, I see QuickTime in the programs list, and I'm like, uninstall that. And he's like, oh, where to go? And I'm like, oh, that's useless software. So I didn't reinstall it on your new computer. And yeah, and he's like, oh, well, it's the only thing that plays these videos. And I'm like, sure, I've heard that before. Throw VLC at it, and if that doesn't work, Media Player Classic. And yeah, well, Mary and I actually have been using Media Player Classic pretty much exclusively because their laptop is just so unbelievably slow that VLC it's right on the verge of being able to play 720p video, and for some of them, it seems like probably depending on how they're encoded, they just won't run. Like they'll lag too much on in VLC for the computer to play. So we had to use MPC, which is cool because MPC excuse me, has a play next file in the folder after playback button. It is. Right, which VLC always does out of order, which is very annoying. But then, yeah, fuck, I just want to select a folder and play it. Come on. Yeah. I just use Google Play for all of my music these days. Okay. That's cool. That's yeah, 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 yeah. But I mean, that's kind of sweet. I like it when that happens. That happened to me with Joe Satriani. Hmm? Yeah, that's true. That's always disappointing. Like Incubus. Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Excellent. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Hmm. 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 Yeah. 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 Gonna have to install all of those things now. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can't remember. Um, I can you what? Yeah. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh shit.
Okay, so that should fix the problem.
Yeah.
I'm
I can
just
still hear you.
confused. Yeah, I know you can.
Yeah.
I think it's because I deleted my audio when I refixed the shot.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. So yeah, the video that goes up for this episode is going to be really one-sided for a good minute.
Well, at least it wasn't my mic silenced this time. We're even now.
One
It's
day
fair.
we're gonna get
Not nope. Uh-oh. I lost you for a bit there. I did smoke a joint before. Oh, okay.
No, the yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there I do see an anomaly in my Wi-Fi throughput, but no explanation. Okay. A little bit too greedy. Bytes per second, not bad. Not too shabby. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah.
really
Uh-oh.
that
Uh,
I did the carry on my wayward son.
oh yeah.
I never ended up submitting that.
Mm, yeah. Okay. Nothing. I don't think so. Yes. I received emails for about a week, and then I said, yeah, I'm probably not really gonna do this. So I'm sorry, but yeah.
I,
I mean, I'm happy to still like to do it with you, but like I didn't know anybody on my team, and I mean, no one in Vancouver was even on my team, so big fuck that going down. Hmm.
but also
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, kind of keep pushing at this point.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
And we have a location. and and we have to get rid of that VCR. Oh,
okay, so
trouble at the mill.
apparently,
Has one of the flay rods gone out of the skew and treadle?
perhaps. Alright. This is odd. I want to say, because like I'm seeing my volume move.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say that it's at least recording it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's just so far behind. Let's see. I want to say, because like I'm seeing my volume.
I can hear that.
Yeah. Okay. That should fix the problem.
Okay.
I'm listening to the recording and
Waka waka waka. I don't know what that sounds. Tempting to imitate.
yeah. So it's on.
Okay. All right. Is it still working? Yeah. Okay.
It was the odd.
Mm. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Looks like everything's working fine.
Yeah.
If there is a problem hearing me, then could just be because my mic is low. That's a thing.
Yeah, I can hear you totally fine.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't sound like it's really a problem with the volume either. It's everything seems to be okay. So that was an unneeded interruption.
Okay.
Where were we?
I can't remember.
Oh yes, I was. Is it still telling the story of the
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Mhm. Right, right. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's usually the way it works.
Yeah, so it's just like this is a really, really good one, and this is the one you want, but
Yeah, yeah,
is actually more useful.
yeah. Yeah, that's the same thing with like Unity, the game engine. Like the basic version, it's useful, but the pro version obviously has way more stuff. And it used to be like a little expensive. Like it used to be like, I don't know, I think it was like $400 or something like that for a license, which is really, really cheap as far as game engines go, but of course still quite prohibitively expensive. Just like it doesn't make any sense, like if I'm just fucking around with the game engine at home, why not give me access to the pros anyways? So eventually they made it so that you can apply for a pro version for free, I think. I don't know, they've redone their licensing like 3 or 4 times trying to get it right because they're really trying to target the indie companies while keeping it open and available to noobs, which I think is I think it's great. Unity is awesome.
That's really smart, and it encourages people to use it because when you're
Hmm.
looking at things, especially if you don't have a lot of money, you're gonna pick whatever's cheapest.
Yeah, and I mean pretty much these days Unity is the de facto standard. If you can afford an Unreal license, then you might use that. But and the Unreal 4 engine is apparently pretty awesome, but because the Unreal 3 engine was not awesome. It was just really hard to use, and like it was just old, like it had been used for like 5 years or 7 years, I think, at that time when I was at VFS, and that is 8 million years in the gaming industry.
It's become old and decrepit.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm pretty sure Unreal 4 has been redone with all kinds of fancy schmancy new stuff, but like I'm pretty sure it still works on the assumption of negative space, where like the whole level is filled with stuff at the beginning, usually, and then you take a spherical brush, or a cubical brush or whatever, and when you click the button, it removes everything that's inside of the box using bounding boxes. So it's not bad. It's just unbelievably counterintuitive. Like if you want to build the inside of a ship or something, like first thing you do, make a gigantic cube. Second, cut pieces out of the cube so that it looks like hallways. Done. And it's weird. It's easier if you don't. It's really good if you don't have an artist, though. Now that I think about it, because making all of that shit out of Unity cubes and Unity planes and Unity spheres, it's going to be it will be a bit of a pain. Yeah, and that's actually one of the big giveaways of the Unreal Engine. Lots of pure geometrical shapes, lots of squares, rectangles, not that many spheres, although there can be spheres.
You
Um, we got to.
or or
Is that what?
uh,
A little bit. A little bit. It's the losing battle, that's for sure. It's hard to use.
Isn't
It's not.
all design stuff
Yeah. Well, the thing is at some point the engine starts to fight you, you know, and that's the other kind of. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of the main difference between Unity and the Unreal Engine as well. How soon does the engine start to fight you? And it's definitely much earlier in the Unreal Engine, way earlier. It's like, no, I don't want a shape that looks like that. And why is my player like taller than a car and it's wider than a street? Who scaled this thing? How big is this object? Oh, it's 10 Unreal units. You fucking assholes.
that sounds a little bit like whenever I attempt to use 3D Max.
Yeah, 3 Max is
When I
also.
start to fight that thing is awful.
Yeah, yeah. The only 3D modeling program I can use, and that is not to say that I can use it well, is Maya. Yeah, I actually watched my like when we were working on our final for VFS, Bit Siege. Find it now when you're abandonware pile. Um, um, it's the funny thing is too is that like it's still hosted online under my dead name because they made me put it in my portfolio, even though it was so bad they wouldn't let us present it. And I mean,
That
our
makes no
game wasn't
sense. It's
our game wasn't bad, you know. Like it was not perfect. It was very not perfect. Very like most things I do, very very not perfect. But it's just.
I'm just inserting a snide remark.
Okay, I do some things. I'm very good with my hand. Okay. Um, well, now I've lost my train of thought.
You
Yeah. Oh, hilariously enough, that reminds me because one of my friends at VFS, Josh, he was known as the DeRailer. That was what he did. Like a teacher would be teaching, and he would always like say something at the right time, and the teacher would just be like, "Oh no, Josh, actually," and then 15 minutes later, it's like, why are we talking about this? Josh, damn it.
if I had to do a train heist and like to get a train off the tracks, derail it, I'd be looking for
Yeah. Yeah. Known for flipping switches, this man is. Mm. Yeah. Well, you could have him doing, the moral dilemma as well. He can be the guy who throws the switch that derails the. I guess we can't use trains in this example because you've banned them, which moves the boulder from hitting the one person into or no, from hitting the group of people into killing just the one person. There's a lever.
what if that one person is him?
He probably that would probably have repercussions for his decision making. Although technically that would still be the morally salient choice. That's actually a very interesting modification of the moral dilemma in that particular case. It's a cool idea.
Yeah, I think that would. I don't know if I was setting up something and I created a switch that was gonna move it, and like knowing it's like a group of people could stand here. I'm gonna switch it so the track moves over.
Yeah, yeah. Where it's just going to kill that person. Yeah. And yeah, like it's a rather fascinating moral quandary, whether or not it's morally right to pull the switch. You know, like you've made an intentional act, which is going to result in the death of one person because of what you did. However, in doing so, you save a bunch of people. What I really like is the follow up, because that, you know, that's kind of a, it's kind of an old question. You know, we've pretty much established that you really should flip the switch so that just the one guy dies.
It's the
Um,
greater good.
yeah. The follow up to that though is, what if instead of what if you, instead of flipping a switch, um, could like push this large guy into the way of the boulder, thus stopping it and saving all of the people. I mean, there's still, you know, the need for the greater good, but there's really, you know, like you're much more viscerally murdering someone in this particular case. It's a little bit more. Uh, you know, I'm not going to go pushing people in front of boulders. Very few people would I push in front of a boulder.
I don't think I would push anyone in front of Boulder. Okay, in that situation, maybe, I don't know. That's hard to. If it's
It's
between
tough.
letting the boulder hit a group of people or pushing one person in the
Hmm.
I think
Yeah. No, but it doesn't, because it makes sense to care about who's in the group. If it's a fucking, you know, KKK rally, do not touch the
oh
switch.
well no in that
You
case
know?
it can just
Yeah,
let it go.
you know,
Okay,
and
well, okay. What if it was? Let's make it topical.
yeah.
Let's make it really topical.
Uh-oh.
So what if it was the group was
Yeah, yeah.
push push push
You know, that is yet another interesting modification of that moral quandary. I feel like we should tweet this one at Sam Harris and see what he has to say. um, that's a good idea. Um,
you know,
yeah,
plug the
interesting.
show as much as you can.
I mean, I think so. Here's my suggestion. I would think that in that particular situation, given the potential greater danger that someone like Donald Trump could do, given him having access to nuclear weapons, and you know, just being like, what happens when we fire him? You know, I feel like that's probably, we should probably go ahead and save the skinheads. You know. Yeah.
I would think that we should should save Donald Trump. As much as he presents a great danger, if he dies in that, he becomes a martyr. No, what the follow? There's really
Yeah.
someone who's
Right now.
your picture when you're looking.
Represent.
Like I said, they're really, but just as much. Why I would just let it hit them.
Technically, yeah, it's
Fine,
difficult,
fine.
but scientifically, you know what? I suspect we will with bad ideas. They're crazy things. So you know, of ignorance, they're all sterile.
So the Donald Trump thing, it'll just be like, okay, whatever,
Yeah,
and everything.
roll right on through. No, the war of the conservatives are, um,
Trump versus the cake.
yeah, opposition. The KKK, like they're kind of operate in the shadows. You know, so that would make me. I think that increases their potential for destructiveness. Plus, indoctrination is bad. You know, like Trump himself can't really indoctrinate anybody. Plus, he's just, you know, it's still the United States. He still has to do things with Congress. You know, and that's not like simple. That almost
like,
never works.
He has to get everything passed and that sort of
Yeah,
thing. So, yeah, it's
and executive actions can be overruled. So it's not like he can just be like, "Woo, executive order, executive order."
I still like the idea that I've seen floating around on Facebook, that meme of we should put him into a fake White House and just tell him he's president and just film the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
It's
is a
good
show
too.
I would watch.
Yeah, it's really, it's just like the "That's My Bush" show, except it's real, not
I mean,
actors.
it's like we should pull Fox. We should just pull Fox News off of the air and just tell them that they're on air still.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's like never there.
yeah. I mean, just probably just all we need is some blonde lady to say ridiculous things into the mic while obviously not believing them herself, given the questions that she
Not
asks.
huge on the other candidate, but kind of better than the other.
Yeah,
One of these isn't quite as awful as the other,
yeah, yeah,
but
for sure.
not very much.
Yeah, I mean Bernie Sanders is definitely like the people who know what the problems with the world are is choice. Um,
That it's sad that he's not like running for president, but he is running for Congress though.
yeah, there was there, I tried to be optimistic, but there was no way. I hoped. I didn't want to be one of the people who said that he wasn't going to make it because I didn't want that to contribute to the feeling that he wasn't going to make it.
But you
Because
just
it
know
really,
that like
like, if
he
nobody says that he's not going to make it, then everybody's going to be like, "Oh, he's probably going to make it," and we'll vote for him, and then he makes it. So it was kind of annoying in that
well,
regard.
and that's but I mean that's kind of the whole thing with Trump too, where he ran. It's like, oh, I'm never gonna go far.
Yeah,
And here we are, not far from election time, and fuck.
yeah. It's hard to know
That
exactly.
got away from us. That got away from them really, really fast.
Yeah, it's hard to know exactly what to attribute that to as well.
I think it was just a lot of people doing nothing about it, being like, let's just see how far this goes.
Yeah, I think
To
it's mostly
polls.
born of apathy for sure.
Yeah, it goes to polls. That's
Yeah,
how far it goes.
yeah,
All
yeah,
it
yeah.
takes for evil to succeed is for brave men to do nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Quotes and all.
Well, you know what's funny is like some extreme libertarians in particular, like that unbelievably horrible gay guy, Milo Yiannopoulos or whatever, the guy who writes for Breitbart.
Yep.
He's just like the worst. And he at the very beginning he didn't like Trump either. But at this point he's decided to vote for Trump because he thinks that Trump is going to go there, screw everything up, and it's just going to like totally implode the United States government. And he quoted Thomas Jefferson. Sometimes the tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of heroes and tyrants. And I'm like, okay, all right, okay. Have you seen the kind of weapons people have access to these days? Like, you know, it's not going to be like back in the day. Like if the U.S. like enters revolutionary anarchy like they do in civilizations, then fuck. I'm really glad I left there.
Yeah. Because you just know that Trump's gonna go, "What's this button gonna do?"
Well, and
And that'll
apparently
be the end
he
of that.
asked, like why don't we use nuclear weapons in this and like apparently he asked that. I didn't actually click on the articles because I didn't want to give the clickbait any
Yeah,
clicks.
me
But
too. I saw that too.
yeah, but there must be some nugget of truth to it. So fuck, that's a concern. Like even Putin has a really good idea why you can't use nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyways, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to wrap this up.
Already?
I know, right? Well, we got a late start.
Just getting rolling.
I
Yeah.
know. And we can't. We're not even doing the extra stuff either because it's right back to. That's the only downside of doing it this way.
Yeah.
There is no
No.
after conversation, sadly.
I didn't get to talk about dyeing my hair.
Next time, when we like do
It'll
it properly.
it'll be dyed by that, which probably I don't know. Maybe whatever. Maybe I'll just talk to you about it, not in on the internet.
You could talk to. Are you gonna dye a different color?
Well, I'm gonna redo the
Oh, you
blonde.
got some roots
Like
showing there.
I was what?
You got some roots showing there.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Thank God for that. It's precious, healthy hair.
It starts falling out.
Yeah. The nice thing is that like my roots bleach really easily. So if I do feel the need in the future to rebleach, maybe I'll do that. But my hair is so unhappy. I don't think I'll do that for a long time. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to fix up the blonde areas because I don't like being blonde. My dad sent me an email today saying that I was much more attractive when I was blonde.
Those emails are always disturbing. It's just like, why are you telling me that you think that you thought I was attractive? That's
Well,
um
I already knew that
okay.
perversion
Um,
runs in my family, so it's not new information exactly.
okay, well, you have fun with that.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah. Oh,
pictures
I
of me
didn't get to tell you
blonde
the
on.
other thing. Oh man, I forgot all about that. Oh man, I'll tell you about that later.
Okay.
Oh,
Alrighty, so that's it for Glorious Insights. I'm Rain.
and I'm Jessica.
And you can, if you want to send us emails, there isn't a thing on the bottom because I didn't have time to set that up. But if you want to send us emails, comments, hate mail, especially for the political stuff, send that to Jess. Uh,
Yeah.
no, it's fine. Um,
Also, fuck you if we disagree ideologically.
Me or the audience?
The audience.
Ah, okay.
Well, I will also you, but I know that we don't.
Yeah,
So,
no, we don't. Um,
yeah.
yeah, so if you want to send us comments, hate mail, fan mail, love notes, all that jazz, suggestions do not send suggestions on improve the feed. I know.
Suck
I know.
less.
But you can
Usually not what I get told to say. Sorry.
but you but you can send all of that to therapydragons at primalscreensmedia.ca. And yes. And you can tweet me at RainEssery.
And I think I'm R3D laser.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Alrighty. Have a good night.
All right. See you later, Rain.
Bye.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, so that will do it for Glorious Insights. Next, we got a little bit more music. Ending the show tonight at 10, so don't have that much more to go. So yeah, that could have gone better, but overall, not bad. Oops. Let me do a thing.